Hey everyone, there's another server I'm going to install on my server called TinyProxy. So it's just a little web proxy that I need sometimes for when I use Windows, and I'll show you why I use it in Windows a bit later on. But I'll just go through the install for TinyProxy. Okay, so here's TinyProxy, and it goes through the setup anyway. Just grab it and compile it and run it. So I'll go through that now. First thing I'll do is get the thing. Okay, so I got it. Try to run autogen, which may not run because I haven't set up autoconf, so I'll just install that first. Okay, install autoconf. Yes. Okay, by the way, when I clear the screen off, and I just do that out of habit by pressing Ctrl L, it's just something that I always do. Anyway, now run autogen. There it is. So now I can make it, which is compiling it. Okay, that's done. So to install it, install, got to be sudo for that one. And that's it. So now there's a command called TinyProxy, but I'm just going to make a quick little bit of config. So in the usual config spot, use a local etc tinyproxy.conf. And what I'll do is I'll say port 8080 because that's what I'm using. Listening on the server address, so 101 timeout, that's a TCP timeout I believe, and who to allow, so I'll just do the whole network that I'll use here. Okay, so I'll just test that runs. TinyProxy config user local etc config tinyproxy.conf. Okay, that's just saying that there's not going to be no logging because I'm running it as a daemon. If I ran it, actually I'll do it. TinyProxy. If I run it with -d to not put it as a daemon, then you get to see all the stuff running. But I don't need that. I just want to test that. Does it there? So in the browser now, I'll go settings and just to test it out. So that's an, believe it or not, that's an HTTP site, so I get to test that, and just an HTTPS site, so that works as well. Okay, so it's working. So what I want to do is make that run automatically at startup. So I'll go to etc init.d and set a script up here. So TinyProxy. Okay, so there's a little script. Just wait at startup. Now someone mentioned I can set this up properly using systemd, but I didn't know how to do that, so I just put a sleep in there to make sure the network's up before I run this. So it's just running that command with that config like you saw. So do that and then make it actually do it. So update rc TinyProxy defaults. So that should work on startup. All right, server's pinging. Get into it. TinyProxy, okay, seems to be running there. So back on here, if I go Willy Weather. Okay, we got the weather. So it seems to be working. Okay, so this is why I sometimes use Windows, because even though I've got Reaper on Linux, Reason is just a Windows program. So I have that running. And if I want to look something up while I'm here, I have Firefox, and I'll just turn that down. Stop. I have Firefox here with those proxy settings, and I don't have a screen capture here, so I just have to deal with it. And the reason I use proxy settings with this is because I don't give Windows as a whole any network access. So it's blocked from reaching the outside world because it has no need. Okay, I don't want to do in background things that I'm not aware of. So I just set up a proxy server and then set a proxy in Firefox. That way I can use it, so it's just Firefox that has access to just the web. Anyway, that's how I set up a proxy server, and that's what I use it for basically Firefox in Windows. So that'll do you for now, and till next time, take it easy.